And hello and welcome to the Ales Dandy Please stream. I'm your host, Ales Dandy, also known as Ales, gentleman streamer, the excellence of an execution, Mama Ales, baby boy. And welcome back to stream, folks. Happy Friday, or rather, Friday cheers. It is wonderful that you are here today. Thank you so much for stopping by today. Today, of course, is Friday. We're starting just a bit early, but that's because we have to finish just a bit late. Sorry, not a bit late, a bit early. So that's why we're starting just a bit early. We're playing Elden Ring. In case anybody did not get that from the title of the stream. It is another day of hitting our face against the wall, but we're doing it with poise. We prance through it. We are the best at it. Of course, I do have my partner in crime over here, Churro, of course. Let's go ahead and say hello. If you could just pop in camera, my friend. My corgi boy of 7, partner in crime, co-host of the stream. I guess it is time to talk about the other important aspect of the stream, and that is what is on tap today. Today we have a traditional classic from ye old Belgium. This is Delirium Red, and as you can see, it's a traditional pink elephant from the Delirium Brewery, its primary logo. Delirium Red, of course, is a red ale with cherry and elderberry. It is not just a red ale, it's a Belgian red ale. So what exactly does that mean? Well, Belgium has a very rich historical beer tradition. You can probably tell because, they created certain styles on their own, whereas, their neighbors, Germany, were actually very classically trained and legally bound to follow very specific beer rules. Belgium threw all of those out the window and decided to discover and experiment and try new things and throw things into beer. Most Belgian traditionally brewed beers are done partially with using wild yeast, Brettanomyces, which allows for natural fermentation. This is naturally occurring yeast in the fields of Belgium, of course. The old story goes that you would just leave your pot of beer out back in the farmhouse and it would be seeded, and out would come delicious Belgian style beer with lots of fruity esters. Compounds would give the beer particularly beer-like flavors and aromas. Now, the other fun aspect about Belgian beers, the Belgian tradition, is that you do get a lot of spices in your beer. Your beer is spicy. Peppercorn, cardamom, cinnamon even sometimes, and citrus peel. You have all of these condiments in your beer, which gives it an extra boost, an extra kick. There is a wide variety of Belgian flavors. This one specifically is a fruit beer, which means that following the fermentation process, brewers decided to pitch in some berries, specifically cherry and elderberry. And you know what else? What other berry would be more fitting than elderberry to play Elden Ring? That's enough about me yapping on this particular beer. Let's go ahead and see what Untapped has to say on this particular beer by moving over to this screen. Okay, so 8% alcohol by volume. It's a fruit beer, Delirium Red. Color and sight, deep dark red color with a light pink, compact and lacing head. Scent, soft fruity aroma with hints of almonds and mildly sour cherries. Flavor, sweet and fruity with a nice balance between sweet and sour. An excellent dessert beer. That is what we're having today, folks. We're having some dessert here today. So here's hoping that you enjoy it with me. Let's go ahead and actually taste this thing. But yeah, here's hoping that everybody's having a fun Friday so far. It is generally the end of the week for most people. I start my weekend on Thursdays. Fridays always seems like a nice follow-up because I still am mostly on my own at home, which always has a nice edge to it. Oh, no matter how old you get, no matter who you become bound to, it's always... Oh my gosh. And there goes the popper. There goes the popper. I was able to catch it before it actually made a mess this time. Uh, I would be more happy with myself if this didn't mean that the beer has probably lost its naturally balanced fizziness. Generally, when you are pouring beer, you want your beer to have all of its carbonation in its body. And when it goes out by the head, a lot of that initial taste will actually be very foamy, which is not really great. It's not very good presentation for a beer. But then what you'll also find is as you begin to drink the beer and get past the foam, you'll probably simply encounter a relatively flat beer. So definitely try not to get your beer in this state, folks. As you can probably guess over here, you got a very thick head at the top, which is, again, not what we want to see. But you do see those deep, rich red colors at the bottom. In terms of a nose, some very sour cherries. I'm not particularly familiar with elderberries, so I don't actually know what they smell like. But there's definitely some other berry in there. And if I had to ascribe a particular guess, if I was just blindly smelling something, it would probably be raspberries. I want to say a tinge of cream on the nose as well. Famanail, dear viewer, thank you so much for being here. I mean, even though it lost its carbonation, it's actually got well balanced. This is a very rich beer. I want to say body composition of 2, maybe even 3 out of 5. Not particularly thick, but definitely languishing. It speaks in sweetness. It attacks with sweetness. It's almost like I'm thinking almost like it's almost like a jam. If you had jam, but somehow made it a bit more fluid, it's that kind of sweetness. Almost like a port wine, if you're familiar with the sort. Very nice nose. I do sense that almond now that I'm drinking it. Maybe it's more of the after aroma. I'm not a big fan of almond, but when it finds its complement, boy does it. Yeah, very light in terms of bittering notes. I want to say it's more of a tea-like quality rather than any sort of bitterness. It is enjoyable. It is delightful. I love me a Delirium most things, but Delirium Red never fails to hit the spot. Let's go ahead and give this one a 3.5. Mr. 3.5. And cheers, we've got it. But yeah, that is what we will be enjoying for the rest of today's session. Let's go ahead and get the game started. I do have a question of the night for you all. Question of the night: do you fancy accessories or jewelry? And of course, I'm asking because today we are hunting for talismans. Do you like to wear jewelry? Do you like to wear bracelets, necklaces, earrings? I myself mostly wear the one ring because I am bound to my spouse with it. So that is my one piece of jewelry. I used to wear watches a lot. I don't wear them anymore as much. I would like to though. I do like watches. But with that, let's go on to play Elden Ring. And hopefully it fires up okay. Calling in Elden Ring. Are you there, Elden Ring? Ah, the light is blinding. Please, thank you for the warm embrace of darkness. Virva, how are you doing today? Friday cheers to you. Hi, I love jewelry and accessories, but they are impractical and a liability at my work, so I can't for most of the day. How are you? Thank you for answering the question of the night. Do you happen to have a favorite piece of jewelry or an accessory? I'd love to know, but also feel free not to share if you don't feel comfortable doing so. And And that's definitely kind of lame that they won't allow you to. Oh, sorry, that it's a liability at work. Um, I used to be more hands-on in my at my job, but then again I didn't really have too much jewelry. I did still manage to wear my watch when I used to have it, which I do consider kind of jewelry. Well, I guess a watch is kind of more of an accessory than jewelry. But yeah, how am I? I'm doing okay. I definitely wish that I could have started the stream just a bit earlier, because we're gonna have to finish a bit earlier today. But you know what? We'll take what we can get. We'll take what we can get. Let's call this a victory already. Just the fact that we are on live today. Let's call that a victory already. But yeah, thank you so much for popping in today. Oh my gosh, did that just... I need to lower the volume on this thing. Thank you for letting me know that there's a DLC. I know. I know. Before I forget, of course, I did want to go ahead and say that anybody that's watching this, even if you're just watching the VOD on a quiet Sunday night, stop what you're doing and go and follow Verva Valkia, who is a fellow stream team member, a fellow Fruity member, of course. Last seen playing Black Book. What is the Black Book, Verva? I would love to know. I don't think I've heard about that one. I've heard of Little Black Books. Isn't that where people keep the phone numbers of their of their friends? So I thought I heard that idiom somewhere. But yeah, thank you so once again, everyone. Please give them a follow. I have several. I have a ring that has a special meaning, and I have one that says no to remind me to assert my boundaries, and that is actually very important. I definitely think that there should be that one very functional use of jewelry and accessories is to remind you of certain ideas and ideals and principles. I actually you're gonna think this is silly, but I actually used to have this pin with me, and of course, because it is me, it was a tiny Yu-Gi-Oh pin. It wasn't even like Yu-Gi-Oh the character, it was just like almost like just the logo, like that vaguely Egyptian style logo. But the thing is, I had a bunch of them because my mom worked at Walmart, and she had to give those out as part of a promotion. The promotion ended, and so she gave me this giant bag of pins. And so what I ended up doing was I gave one of these to each of my closer friends in college. And so the idea is I associated those pins with friendship, because I'm a dork like that. I'm sorry. But I love the idea behind the meaning of establishing boundaries. Thank you so much for sharing. And if my controller would start working, please work. Okay, we got it. Let's see. Black Book is a Slavic folklore card battler exploration horror game. Wow, that is definitely a melange of genres. I don't think I've ever heard of that, but that sounds really cool. I'll have to catch one of your VODs one of these days. I do enjoy my card battlers. No need to say sorry. I love when people are passionate about things. It is something that I find true, that even if I do not connect with somebody's hobby or interest or like, if they are passionate about it, I can certainly admire them, and it makes me want to pay attention to what they say about such things. Even though I myself might never get into that thing, just the virtue of being candid and wax poetic about something that you love is very much an attribute that I fancy. So yeah, thank you for saying that. I delight in the delight of others. That is a wonderful phrase. I like it. So what are we doing today? We're going to look for talismans. And that is because I've been trying to fight bosses, and I find that they have resistances. And sorry, not resistances, weaknesses. And I don't have the proper talismans for them. Now that I look at the wiki for Elden Ring, I discovered that I am missing a whole bunch of talismans, which would make my life a lot easier. So I think that's what we're doing for today. I think that's the focus. We'll probably go here and there and here, and then back again. So that is kind of the plan. Join me as I travel the lands between with very little goal and resolve. The first thing that I wanted to do though is I wanted to see if I could talk to an NPC. I was watching what is it called, a lore video, and it was talking about a certain character that's supposed to give me a talisman or like a medallion. A medallion, yes. And I want to find this person quickly. Maybe they're in the village of the Alben. No, that's not it. Converted tower, roads and Revenger's shack. Let me see if I can probably Google this. Nomadic merchant. Welcome, kitty. Here's hoping that you're having a good one. Thank you so much for stopping by. Great to see you. Of course, anybody watching right now, I highly encourage you catch the Kitty Toe Beans on stream on Twitch on this very same platform. Fellow Fruity member, of course. A delight to chat with. Last seen playing Final Fantasy IX. I believe broke the Guinness Book of World Records by beating Final Fantasy VIII in one weekend. So, if you want to see some incredible gaming, please follow the Kitty Toe Beans. Okay, Church of Lake Facing Cliffs, maybe? Liurnia, Highway North, Gatetown Bridge. You know what? I'm just gonna look this up. This is me being silly. I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna poke around the map until I find the thing that I'm looking for. Let's see. So, medallion, Heilig tree. The Heilig tree. I like that word, Heilig. The Grand Lift of Road. And maybe let's go for left. I don't think I have either of them, but it's possible. Castle Soul. Latena. That's the person that I'm looking for, Latena. Liurnia of the Lake, Slumbering Wolf Shack. Lakeside Crystal Cave. Let's see. So let's try and find her. Thank you for the shout out. You're most welcome, Kitty. Once again, thank you so much for stopping by and saying hello. Lake Facing Cliffs. Lakeside Crystal Cave. Thank you so much for the follow. Follows, of course, are anonymous. Welcome to the Ale Pack. We love to have you. Feel free to introduce yourself or forever hold your peace, as some folks have exploited. They have never said hello, but I love them anyways. It's a disease that I have. Let's see. Question of the night. I love accessories, jewelries. I am always wearing rings and bracelets. I also have several piercings, so it's fun to change the jewelry for those too. That's really cool, Kitty. That's definitely one excellent way to express yourself. I do not have any piercings of my own, but I have often thought that maybe I should get like my ear pierced and get one of those big pirate earrings. You know, the big ones, the ones that's just like... I thought about it. I don't think I'll ever do it, but I kind of like the idea, you know? But yeah, thank you so much for answering the question of the night. I basically have the one piece of jewelry, and that is, of course, my wedding band, which you know says a lot about me, of course. But I wish it was a little more like fancy. It is very much a straight up just a silver band. And then on occasion, I do like to wear watches. I like watches, even though I don't actually need them. I like the watches. Hello, Magashi. It's good to see you. How are you doing today? Been lurky since you went live? Ah, I see. Very sneaky of you. What is happening here? Oh, wait, who is that? Sorry, somebody just decided to... I refuse to engage in combat until I am done chatting. Thank you very much. But yeah, thank you so much for popping in, Magashi. I hope that you're having a wonderful Friday. Um, Here's hoping that the day is kind to everyone here today. Magashi, of course, is a fellow fruity member. Fresh fruit, as they say. Just a wonderful conversationalist on Discords and whatnot. Last seen playing, of course, No Man's Sky, which you were telling me about yesterday. Thank you for that. You're most welcome. Let's see. Yeah, that was me. I swore I was following. Somehow I'm not. No, you're totally good. I do not blame anybody for not following me. Sometimes I feel like there are folks that you just visit, and you know what? They have enough of a follow that maybe it's okay. Maybe you don't need somebody else cluttering up the your Twitch watch list and things of that sort. Thank you so much. Oh, of course, anybody watching right now is also welcome to unfollow. I will also praise that. Although that would be a weird conversation to have. Oh, hey, by the way, I unfollowed. Anyways. Is this Lakeside Crystal Cave? Why can't I actually leave from here? This is weird. Is this like a one-way thing? I probably need some light. Let there be light. Okay, so there is a cave here. But I think I'm going inside as opposed to going outside. Here it is. We were on the inside, now I'm on the outside. Huh. Yeah, so what I'm actually looking for is like this shack with wolves. Let's see. And I still managed to have thousands of channel points. You know what? Please make use of those channel points. Just, they are there for a reason. OMG Ales. Gonna have a milestone unfollow stream soon. Let's have an unfollow-a-thon. Everybody that has ever followed me, please do the exact opposite right now. And then we'll hit like this unfollow goal. If we somehow manage to get to like 0, then I don't know, we close down the channels. Close it down, everyone. Pack it up. Pack it up, boys. Did that actually play? I don't actually think I heard it. And also my graphics are crapping out. So let me do that. Sorry about the apologies for the okay. So hopefully I have to return to the title menu and that should be it. Every single time. Okay, it played for you. Excellent, excellent. By the way, I can do this all day. I can poke fun at myself all day. My friends sometimes don't care for it, but that is kind of who I am. Let's try this out. And I think I was telling somebody else that I would really like to get a different set of reaction alerts, because the ones that you see before you, I actually established very early on during stream. And I feel like maybe I should switch those up. I know that sound alerts gives you like different slots for reaction alerts, and maybe I should devote some time to that. Leonia Lakeshore, that's the nomadic merchant, of course. What is this here? Oh, this is like oh, this is the... I understand. And then Scenic Isle. I'm looking for a shack. That's what I'm looking. Village of the Albinorics. Converted Tower. You know what? Let me just look this up. Slumbering Wolf Shack. And if I could just zoom in on my phone over here without having all of these ads pop up. Or Lakeside Crystal Cave. So technically speaking, it should be right below the Lakeside Crystal Cave. Like basically it should be right around here. I wonder if I've never been there. Let's go check this area out. Since we're here. Hey, by the way, while you're at the marketplace, don't tell me it's gonna be one of those situations where no matter how much I try, getting to the other side of this mountain is going to be impossible. Let's go in here. Liurnia Lakeshore. The shores of Liurnia. You know, there was one time where I was streaming Elden Ring and I had just made it to Liurnia of the Lakes, and I believe I called that stream Liurnia of the Land of the Lakes. And I thought I was so clever. I celebrate it to this day. I talk about it every time I come here. You know, the thunder doesn't strike twice in the same spot. I don't think I can get there from there. Ooh, a merchant. What are you buying?
Back again, are we? Not everyone can tell how good my wares are. You've a discerning eye, you have.
Okay, so let's go ahead and purchase. I can't imagine that he would have anything I need. The Estoc. It is a thrusting sword. I could use it, but I don't probably need it. Some smithing stones. Nothing particularly useful here. Let's let him be. I guess we're gonna have to go through the crystal side cave in order to actually get to the wolf shack. So let's do that. I think that this dungeon is probably something that we were saving for some other day, and we decided not today, my friend, but maybe today is the day. Hello, Effector. How are you doing today? It's always Elden Ring, never youthful ring. That is very true. You know, and actually I was saying, just because today I happen to be enjoying a beer with elderberries, I was also just wondering, where are my youth berries? Where are my young berries? The berries that Hernando de Cortez used to search for while he was looking for the fountain of youth. Also, welcome. Thank you so much for popping in, Effector. And of course, Effector is a fellow Fruity member, fellow Club CRT member. I highly encourage you follow them. Last seen playing Final Fantasy VIII. I believe that is still your polycule run, Effector. Correct me, because I know that there's a few other words attached to that title, but definitely an amazing individual. Certainly my better in many ways, so kindly give them a follow. Better than Dingleberry. I knew Dingleberries were gonna come up in this conversation. Alright, let's turn on the light. Teammates ×2 combo. That's a double tech. That's a Frog and Chrono doing an X cut right there. What are you? Oh no, you don't. What are you doing? Oh no, there's another one? Oh dear. Okay, I think we're safe. Oh, there's his uncle. Maybe. Let's talk about it. Nope. You know, we might be at the right level for this dungeon. We're on this too. Quistis Polycule Run. Thank you for confirming, Effector. I knew that Quistis was involved. I didn't know if it was I didn't know the order of that. Very nice, very nice. But yeah, here's hoping that everybody's having a mellifluous Friday. The weekend is upon us, everyone. Here's hoping that maybe we have some nice weekend plans. I don't believe I have too much of note to share. Um, but I do look forward to getting some takeout tonight. That is basically the story of every weekend. Wait a... Ooh. Okay, there's somebody else back here. Wow, I can't believe that we're actually holding our ground. Could you stop yelling? So loud. Okay. There's going to be a lot of ambushes here. I guess something that's relatively interesting that happening later this month is my partner decided to get us what is it? Rent out place, this place for glamping. I've never heard of this glamping thing, but it sounds better than camping. I'm not very outdoorsy, so anything that makes the outdoor experience more like indoor, I am down. Ooh, what is... There seems to be a big thing over there. Maybe they're friendly. Glamping is very much camping with the comforts of regular living, like an RV. Yeah, and that's how she described it. Like, there's like a... It's not like a tent, it's kind of like a house-ish type of thing. Or maybe it's like a cabin-ish type sort of thing with like Wi-Fi. And then they provide you with what's it called, like a grill, and you can basically just bring stuff for the grill. So very subdued stuff, very simple. Here's hoping anyways. Are they coming? Falco, are they coming? Oh, it's even got Wi-Fi. It really is glamping. Yeah, it's actually in what's it called? I guess you would call it kind of like wine country. It's in Healdsburg. Wow, somebody's attacking me from this little fella. Whoa there, little fella. Well, are you gonna? Thank you. I always just like to do the bounce back. Okay, but we got rid of the baddies. I am in no way the invader in this situation. Yeah, so I look forward to that. Hopefully it's a fun experience. I bet I'm just gonna complain about. I'll find some reason to complain, but I'm sure it'll be nice overall. Ooh, spear talisman. Proof that we haven't been here. I actually just really like to grill stuff. I like to actually just sit, watch the fire, and enjoy a nice pilsner. That's always a nice time. So I think it'll be fun. It's in Healdsburg. That's what I meant to say before I was rudely interrupted by the boss of this area. It's in Healdsburg. Let's see. Cheap followers on streamboo.com. Thank you very much for suggesting that we actually need to replace the oh, actually it was deleted by a moderator. Thank you so much, Serifat. Please, anybody that heard me read that, do not follow them. Get a nice cajachina. You know my what is it called? My what do I call her? Sister-in-law, who is half Puerto Rican and half Cuban, swears by the cajachina. She very much enjoys that. I don't think I've ever tried that, but maybe I should. Big old roasting box. I actually don't know why it's called a Chinese box, but I haven't looked that up. I'm sure there's a fun tale there. Okay, so we got the spear talisman, which is good because that was the theme of today's stream. Looks like we have to go down. It ain't bad. It ain't for me. I'm not into pork. Yeah, and I get that. I totally get that. Um, I do enjoy things like bacon. I feel like it's almost like a slightly separate entity from pork itself. Don't really care for ham too much. I think the only time that I really like pork is what is it like this German dish called pork knuckle, which I actually had a couple of weeks ago. We went to a German restaurant. That was nice. Try here. Use the brakes. I always see it used to roast entire pigs. See, now that sounds hardcore. I don't think I could ever do that. I think it was the other day that I was walking by a playground of all places, and I guess it was like a playground slash like walking area slash like just open space for like people to play sports, and somebody was roasting a gigantic pig, I guess on just like a big grill, and I was like, wow, that almost seems graphic, but to each their own, I suppose. I think I'm gonna drop down from here. It seems like this should be safe, but there's no safety in this game. Okay, we're safe. We're safe. I don't even know how we're gonna actually get back up. Liar ahead. I don't like liar. Why is the message never truth tellers ahead? Watch out for the truth. Honesty incoming. I hate that. I'm gonna have to clip myself because that was stupid. Sorry for the harsh tone. Let's see. Pig roast really take me back to Miami. Yeah, absolutely. I keep remembering that you also hail from the lands of Miami, Magashi. I think I don't know if it was you or if it was somebody else that posted this GIF like a few months ago, where it was just like an image of Elden Ring and the character, I guess, just like warped into Kaled, and it said like Florida or something like that, and I was just like, yeah, that checks out. Still no jumping, so don't jump. Try fire. There's an enemy there. I could potentially just try and kite them. There seems to be more than one. I'm thinking that they might be rats, or they're those like little sludge creatures. They're like the slugmas. You know what I mean by when I say slugma. Everybody watching this stream right now knows who slugma is, because slugma's got that riz. All right, let's try this fire thing. I think that it's those creatures which are actually weak to fire. Sounds like something I'd post. I do enjoy most of the memes that you post, Magashi. Oh, there's another one right in front of us. Like, why aren't we not targeting that one instead? This is strange. It's not letting me target it. It just... There it goes. Okay. Fire cleanse everything. Thank you. Scary stuff. Oh, there's something right in front of... Oof. Okay, so there's more than one, and one of them is definitely closer to me. Frosty breath. Now, if we wait for it... Nice. Look at that. Using the power of cover. Ooh, okay, well that was not... That definitely lacked finesse. But, you know what? You didn't sign up here to watch somebody perform pirouettes, prance about the enemies. You signed up for cheese. I can just imagine people signing up and they're like, wait, I signed up for like great quality gaming. I want my money back. No more hiding. I'll be shining. Okay, I think we... Oh, is this a false wall? No. I'm surprised how unlit this room is. OMG, we had hot dog roast in the Midwest too, so delish. I do enjoy my cured meats. Oh, actually, this Saturday, because I planned these things out. This Saturday, I decided to buy some apple sausages, which is basically sausages with apple pieces in them. And I will be dicing them and throwing them into a skillet / scramble sort of breakfast thing for breakfast, of course. I hope it's tasty. I hope it's okay. Oh wait, we just went back. What about this? No, we just went through here. How about this side? Is there anything? There's a message. Seek God. Well, I say go home and be a family man. Like, what? Isn't that the thing that Guile used to say? Was that a Guile thing? Go home and be a family man. Group ahead. I don't like that. That's gonna make me sad. Stealth required ahead. Okay, be very quiet, everyone. There's a thing there. There's two things. There's a few things there. Oh, they're all these slug creatures. Let's go ahead and fire them up. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of those. It's a good thing we can just... They're not reacting to their peers dying, which is surprising. I'll say surprising, to say the least. I don't think we have enough magic for another one. Slowly. Sorry, I just don't trust group enemies in this game. It's always the case that I think, oh hey, I vastly outpower these enemies, and then I walk in, and because they combo me, two of them, I'm always just end up perishing, and I just don't have a good time. So I took a half day at work today because I have so much built up PTO, and I was gonna stream, but I forgot maintenance is coming into all apartments today. I'm sorry, Kitty. Could you try and stream even though they are doing maintenance, or are they very noisy? Every once in a while, or I think there was a couple of weeks ago where I had somebody do yard work behind my place, and they were definitely going at it with a chainsaw for a while, and so I was a bit concerned about the noise level that it would provide for streaming. But fortunately, it was okay. What is this? Where do we go from here? Is there like a bottom? Ooh, there's something there. Cliff. And I know that I just know that once I start, they're gonna arrive. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry, Kitty. I'm sure that you can find other activities to engage with. Oh no, for a moment there I thought that was way too much of a fall. Dang, that was slug ahead and then boss. Wow, they're basically telling us everything here. Talk about backseating. I love it. Can we actually see the enemies from here? There is one, two, there. Okay. But in terms of down here, it seems like we're in the coast is clear. That doesn't look like a safe chasm. Honestly, I don't think that there's any like safe chasms here. There seems to be like a rock formation there, and that might save us a few feet of fall. But I don't know. Okay, yes, that worked out. Let's see if there's any slugs here. Smithing stone, nice. Another smithing stone. And a lump of flesh. And there's 3 enemies there at least. I'm going to assume that they are all the slug creatures, given the message. In case anybody's wondering, we are enjoying some delicious Delirium Red from Delirium Brewing. To your health. Cherries and elderberries, but not dingleberries. I'm going to say that the other two are a little farther away. Uh-oh. I'm assuming that it's coming, so hopefully this makes things easier. And you know what? I'm going to lightning spear its butt, because this actually travels better. Look at that. Absolute obliteration. Exodia. Can I get an Exodia summon? That's my question. Sure, lots of slugs in this place. Okay, let's just make sure that there's no more natural fauna. And there's a light there, which is nice. What do the messages say? Be wary of Dog Knight. Boss ahead. You know, I think there's a boss ahead. I think they took his wallet. Oh wait. Wait, what the? Move. Of course I'm using the wrong weapon. Jeez. Got him. Whew, I'm so glad I called my uppers. Cerulean Amber Medallion. Wolf's Kiss? I don't know what that does, but maybe it's something important. Item raises maximum FP. So flower points from Super Mario RPG. Maybe, mayhaps. You know, I don't think I've ever been on a area where the boss of the dungeon just pops up without a golden door. So that's a new one. That is a new one. And I think we made it to where we wanted to go. The shack with Lieutenant. Thank goodness for that. You know what? Before we do that, we've got a break upon us. Folks. Let's go ahead and take that so that we don't miss it. We will be back in 3-4 minutes with more Elden Ring. welcome back to the Ales Dandy Please stream. I'm your host, Ales Dandy, also known as Ales, Gentleman Streamer, Beer Goggles 21, the Wolf of Brussels, and we are playing Elden Ring today. We just made it to Lutena's shack, or the Wolf Master shack, Old Wolf Shacks. Let's go ahead and chat with her.
Foul tarnished. What do you want? I told the all-hearing brute that I possess no such medallion. Or have you come to take more from me? Was my other half not enough?
And of course, we're gonna go ahead and show her our half of the medallion.
Oh. Do you speak true? So old Albus entrusted his medallion to you. Then I've no choice but to trust that this was his dying will. Let's try again. I'm Lutena, an Albinoric, the same as old Albus. My apologies for my coarse words earlier. I presume the worst. Seeing that you're another tarnished like that all-hearing brute, I hope that you will forgive me.
I will forgive you. So I think the backstory behind this particular character is that the all-knowing, what's his name? Well, you know, the fellow with the helmet with the ears apparently wanted to take her medallion, and because she wouldn't part with it, he killed her wolf. And we love wolves around here.
Better off in your hands anyway. Would you consider doing me a great service? I must go back. There is something I must do, even if I must say farewell to my wolf logo. Will you show me the way? To the land of Miquella's Halo tree. If you accept, I would gladly apprise you of the whereabouts of the medallion's other half.
Yes, let's hear the request.
Thank you kindly. They say the other half of the medallion is beyond the Forbidden Lands, north of the Erd Tree, in Castle Sol, on the mountain tops of the Giants, accessible by the Grand Lift of Roll.
And we've been there before. That is actually the boss in Castle Sol is actually the boss that prompted us to go on this talisman hunt.
Then I suppose it's time. Farewell, Lobo. My faithful wolf. My better half. I will go with the Tarnished, so that our journey will not have been in vain. Forgive me, Lobo.
And of course,
Call upon me when needed.
Lutena becomes
I will fight at your side.
one of our summons. And she is different than other summons in the sense that she's actually stationary, and she will simply fling arrows at your enemies. I don't know how useful that will be in an actual boss battle, but I think that it's at the very least advantageous potentially during a dragon fight if positioned properly. And we found some grace. Castle Grayskull. I can't imagine we can level up. We're basically halfway there. It's gonna be a while. That's okay. What else is in here? Treasure. A rune arc. Those are always useful. Otherwise, what is this thing? Ah, calmness. What is over yonder? No idea what that place is. Seems familiar though. There is very little chance that I'll ever travel back over here, so might as well just check it out while I'm here. Oh, one of these lilies. Trinus lily. Try jumping. No. Oh. It seems like there's you could theoretically make it. But I'm not going to. And what is... Oh, it's a skull. Jumping required ahead. We're not jumping, folks. No matter how many times you tell me, I'm not jumping. So don't try. Okay, and of course this is the other side of the cave. Okay, so this part of the quest is over. Let's go ahead and see what our next target is. And we can remove this lakeside crystal cave marker because we no longer need it. Generally, I leave a marker for when there's unfinished business. So I think we finished business here. Let me go ahead and look up the next talisman that I wanted to go after. Okay. So talismans. Diamonds. Shine bright like a diamond. I think the one that I really want is another talisman that gives me the ability to add to my equip load. Because I often find it that I want to carry on heavier armor, but because of my stats I can't. So maybe if I can find something useful like that, that would be great. There's the Erdtree's Favor, which raises maximum HP, stamina, and equip load, but there's better versions of that talisman. Let me see what's the highest one I've got. So a better version of Erdtree's Favor. This is probably the highest one that I've got. Let me just double check. Yeah. Look at that. We just got this one, but we already had a better one all along. Cerulean Sea Talisman. There's really a lot of nice talismans. And we probably need a Bolt Drake Talisman +2 at some point. So yeah, we need a better Erdtree's Favor. Let's see, where do we find the +1? Let's see. This and that. Subterranean Shunning Grounds can be found in a chest in the boss room after the boss fight with Moog, the Omen. Well, we have not defeated Moog, so I definitely can't get it, unfortunately. The +2 though is in Lanedale Ashen Capital, found on top of a branch jutting out of the ground of a large courtyard, guarded by a tree of lesser undead trees. Fast travel to the Forbidden Lands, Site of Grace. I don't think I have that Site of Grace, so considering that I haven't defeated Moog, it's very unlikely that I've got that Site of Grace. I haven't even encountered Moog, so. Queen's Bedchamber, Alden Throne, Erdtree Sanctuary, West Capitol Lower, Avenue Balcony Underground Roadside, East Bach the Seamster, Capitol Rampart. Yeah, so I'm gonna say that these are unlikely for me to approach right now. How about the Arsenal Charm +1, which actually is just dedicated for equip load. The +1 is actually located in the Altus Tunnel. Oh, okay. Actually, I wanted to go there in the Altus Plateau. Let's see if I can find it. The old Altus Tunnel. Let me try and find that. I think it was around Black Knife Catacombs. I am looking at a total non-part of the map here. Is it Nomadic Merchant? Bower Bounty? Let's Looks like it's... Wow, I am losing my mind here. Every single time I try to look at the map over here. Okay, so it's this thing right here. This one right here. So let's go to the forest spanning Great Bridge, I guess. And try to find an entrance to the old Altus Tunnel. And see if we can actually make our way in there. And we are enjoying a delicious Delirium Red today, which is a fruit beer with cherry and elderberry. To your health. Oh geez, how are we supposed to... We basically need to go over there. But we can't. Let me pass the time to daytime so that things are a little more visible. Oh, what are you selling?
Terribly sorry. I didn't realise you came back.
Well, so I did. Gravelstone. Unseen Assassins, Imp Shades, Tree Surcoat, and a bunch of Stone Sword keys. I would love to buy these, but I have no need for them right now. Cross Tree Tower Shield. We already have a fairly good Great Shield, so there's no need in investing for some. But I will go ahead and leave a marker here. What a funny fellow. Okay, so there's a diamond there. Really, we have to make our way down there. So how would I go about doing that? Those are enemies, of course. Can I safely go down here? Why did I even question that? And we can take the second one through the fisticuffs. Easy enough. What is this? Golden arrows. If only I was an archer. How will a fall from here look? Maybe let's jump. I almost vaguely hear somebody laughing. Yeah, and there's another chasm right there. What does this thing say? Be wary of monster. Gee, I wonder if there's a monster. Generally, these carts would have treasures. There's like a thing there. Let's go ahead and try and shoot it. Ah, that's a creepy stance. Why can't I move? Oh my gosh. Lovely. Gross. Okay, got him. They must have had some kind of acid. But that's okay, we survived. We survived, thrived, didn't vibe as much. I thought that it was supposed to be guarding some treasure or something like that. But maybe that was just wishful thinking. So we're still trying to get over here. Let's go in that direction. More of those creatures. Several of those creatures, actually. Best not to engage. Jeez. Oh, dear. Did I lose them? Can you check? Generally, the idea is that if I can open up my map, they are no longer chasing. But I have been wrong before. I was going the wrong direction this entire time. Let's go this way. Wow, it's like a forest of hags. Hags? Haligs? Haggis? You know, my stepbrother had haggis during his most recent trip. He seemed to enjoy it. Can't say that I wouldn't try it if I saw it. Haggis. Are we going in the right direction? Yes. If only this game had a map, you know? You know? We should be very close. Okay, clearly we're not close again. Oh wait, maybe that thing? That looks like a church of some sort. Uh-oh. It seems like it's a covenant, and there's a whole bunch of them. Do I dare approach? I don't think there's anything worth gaining. There definitely seems to be one that's taller than the other ones, but I don't know that they're guarding anything. I might be a little more keen into doing something like this if I was able to use summons, but nothing suggests to me that I can do so here. I'm gonna run in Wolf Folk Ruins. Hello everyone. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be anything in there. Let's keep moving. They're probably like, hey, who was that dumb jerk? Okay, so we should basically be there. Where is this tunnel? Oh, here it is. Found it. I'm surprised that there's no site of grace. Generally, you have one of these. Let's see. So the Altus Tunnel. Smithing stones, crystal darts. Crystallians. So let's go in. Seems like we're gonna be facing a lot of crystal enemies, which is they're never easy fights. Ah, and there's our side of grace. Okay, good. And I hope that this is a simple dungeon. It never is, but I almost wish that it was. Just in case the Elden Ring lords are listening, please let this be a simple. Whoa, a shade. Got him. Boom. And we rock them. Glintstone scrap. Pickle ahead. Oh, like a pick. Smithing stones. Ooh, and a treasure chest. A rune arc. You know, I know that you use rune arcs to activate the, what is it called, the great runes, but I have yet to have to need to do that. And I know that folks use it for like multiplayer and things like that. Is this an enemy? This looks like an enemy. I bet this is a trap. This is always a trap. Snake ahead. I hear something slithering. Be wary of rushing in. First off, there's to the left. Oh, I see it. And there's the other ones right there. They basically look like what would you even call them? Slugs. Oh, I have no more magic. Wait, what? I didn't charge up my heat beam. Crystal darts. Wasn't that a Yugi's enemy in season 1? Crystal darts. Sorry, I'm thinking about the filler arc. I'm wondering if I should change my flasks to magic, because I feel like a lot of the enemies here are probably going to be more magic focused. So maybe let's do that before we move forward anymore. Let's see. How far are we from leveling up? 20,000. Just so that I know how much inventory do I have in terms of like leveling up. If I were to like need 20,000 right now, would I be able to pull it off? Let's see, my strongest one gives me 3,800, and I've got 5 of those, so that's almost like 4,000. I bet I could eke it out, but it would basically spend all of my golden runes, so maybe not a good idea. Oh well, let's hope that we are strong enough to continue. Hopefully we won't perish, said he. Add charge to flask, increase, allocate flask charges. So let's do, I don't know, 9 and 4. That's twice as many as we have. Was there something behind here? I find it funny that they call them snakes when they clearly have shells. Okay, so don't go in there. Okay, let's keep going. Keep her going. All of this for a talisman that will give us higher equip load, of course. And there runs off Churro because his auto feeder just procced. What does this say? Pack ahead. Yeah, there seems to be a few of them. What are these enemies weak to? Let's see. Golden runes. No NPCs in this tunnel. Cracked crystal. Arsenal charm +1. Glintstone miner. I think that's what we are looking at. So those fellows are weak to staff. Weak to fire damage. Okay. So then we'll try and use fire attacks. Fortunately, we do have our fiery attack over here. Where's that boy? Churro, buddy. Gotta lure him back in, of course. Here you go, friend. The perfect trap. I don't know, he might actually leave the room. That is why I generally close the door. How dare you try to leave your stream, sir? Okay, there's one of those wizards there, I think. Let's try and... Can we actually even... There's so many of them now. There's like 4. 5 even. Seek right. Oh, thank you for that. Okay, I think that with a well-placed hit... What is that? Is that a flying enemy? That's gonna be no good. Oh, there's a wizard. They're coming our way. And guards also roaming the area. Jeez, okay, run. More are coming. Look at that. Oh, great. Basically everybody. If we pick them off one by one, we might be okay. This is a no-fly zone, so... Nice. They're quite agile. They remind me of the imps. Know what I'm saying? That is a very cute emote. Haven't been swinging on a what do you call it? A swing? Is that what you call it? A swing? Yes. Haven't been swinging in a swing recently. Okay, so now that we got rid of the birds, it's the birds, then we might be able to pick off these miners. The miners with like a well-placed hit. Boom shakalaka. The nice thing about these particular dungeons is the fact that you do get a lot of smithing stones. They're also like mazes, so not really my favorite to navigate. Also, most dungeons are not my favorite to navigate. I fear being challenged. I don't like confrontation. I waffle around during fights. Panic is what I was looking for. Panic. And what the word of the day is panic. Some nice smithing stones, definitely. Wasn't there a... There's a few ways that we can go here. So there's 1, 2, and then there's upstairs. Let me see if maybe we can go upstairs first. Boss required ahead. I don't like that. I don't like bosses. What about here? Visions of ambush, therefore wary up. Oh, I see. They're upstairs. And of course, if anybody's wondering, we are enjoying some delicious Delirium Red. All My Love, Too Long Ago. I might try and maybe pick off the one at the top first. Maybe. I don't know that we have the clearance for it with fire, but we might have it with lightning. And of course I fell, because I'm a fool like that. Okay. So we got that one down. And then there was another guard in that direction. Right there. We might be able to just fight them. Or maybe not. They're one of those wizards. Okay, good. Arteria leaf. Be wary of a trap. There's no traps here. What happened here? Oh, they got destroyed. What about this bloodstain? Oh, maybe because that's when the little imp at the top flew in to go for the kill. Potentially. Nice, all of these smithing stones. Like Smithy the sword, Smithy the mad, the boss from Super Mario RPG. So there's 2 routes, basically. I don't think we can go all the way to the top. Not yet, anyways. Let's go to this path first, since the other one said boss. It is likely that there's no boss in this location. Maybe. Possibly. And that person met their fate. I really love seeing player characters with giant hammers. I'm just like, how can you do that? There seems to be a platform to our right. And there's snails there. I'm gonna go to the left. If I could just aim at them. Snails or snakes. Get some fire going. Oh, wonderful. Wait, what is happening here? Move out of the way. Stop targeting, dude. Oof, that was a close one. Where's my healing potion? Whew, that was that one definitely caught me by surprise, but there seems to be a mage at the top. A mage, or maybe a sorcerer. An incanter. Incantress? Is that a word? No, of course not. Flame on indeed. Okay, so let's go ahead and use our keep up with the fire strategy here. Fire. And we just need one more. Oh, lovely. Okay. But yeah, there's a magician somewhere around here. What is? Oh, I think we found our problem. How did I not see this before? It seems like a huge thing. Jeez. Okay. Well. I wonder if there's any passage over there. Just casually vibing. I mean, clearly they are. I just don't get how I missed that gigantic thing there. What if... Whoa. I might try to shoot it down. I'm gonna shoot it down. I don't think that a couple of lightning bolts is really gonna do it. But you know what? Stranger things have happened. Like Stranger Things Season 4. Yeah, goodbye. That didn't even reach it. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over to the platform where the snake was. We're gonna get whatever treasure was there, and then we're going to head back in here. Hopefully that we have enough time to do that without dying. Too many questions, Mr. Wayne. Golden rooms. Go, 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 go. Why am I crouching? I love just the random crouch. Just lovely. Okay, so that's not the way. That is not the way. We're gonna go the other way. One thing that I find surprising though is I would have assumed that there was a way to actually go all the way up. I feel like this area of the tunnel probably connects there somehow. Maybe we'll find the ladder later. Ladder. Okay, so what's the story here? Crystal? Oh, it's these. It's more of these creatures. I just don't have the potency here. Nice. And there's another one right over there. Probably need to drink another magic potion. There's a bunch of them here, actually. Okay, let's get them one by one. If we charge our fire to the max, we are actually able to destroy them in a single shot. Axe talismans. Do I have something to enhance my fire attacks? Beast breath, charge spells and skills. I guess if I charge, maybe this will be affected by it. Scorpion, lightning, crucible not. Maybe let's wear this one, the Godfrey icon. We do love our friend Godfrey. So let's try that. Nice. They're basically just sitting there like eggs. My eggs. Ah, waste. What a waste. These flame attacks have such little range. There's definitely a door right there. Okay, I'm gonna try and incinerate 3 of them at the same time with a single shot, like I'm some kind of Irvine Caneas. So here's my best impression. Boy howdy. Okay, I got none of them completely. Basically had to throw 3 different flame balls to actually get them. Because that is how I do things. Now you want to play more FF8? Kitty, go for it. Is there a way that you can beat your own record? Actually, I haven't asked you, but how, did you actually see what your clock read when you finished it? I would love to know. Master strategist. Okay, so clearly there's a crystallian, maybe? I just hope that I can summon. If I can summon my mimic, I might be okay. Might is right. It was like 30 something hours, but that was quite a bit of fast forwarding during draws. Gotcha, that makes sense. And that's probably the right strategy if you're trying to be straightforward with the game. Okay, so I know that there's a boss there. Let's drink some water first. You know, all this preparation and we're probably gonna arrive at the same exact resolution, but you know what? Let me do my ritual. Always good to get some water. And then of course, cheers to the ones that we lost along the way. See, I wouldn't do that with all games, but since 8 was my favorite, it gets an exception. I do want to play the original version soon. Really want to play it how I played it as a kid. I think that would be a fun experience now that you've actually played the remastered. Comparing them, might be, eye-opening even. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And cheers to you, Kitty, of course. Okay, so as soon as we pop in there, we're going to proc the mirror slime. The mirror slime. The what do we even call this thing? It's not a mirror. It's a mimic. Mimic. Yeah, there we go. Mimic. I know English. Wait, there's two of them. Oh gosh. Let's go for the same one. You know what? How about we take it off with flames? Whoa! Jeez. We're not helping at all, are we? Jeez. Ooh. Got him. Ooh, move out of the way. Yes. Did we get him? Nice. Oh my gosh. My heartbeat. Somberstone Miner's Bellbearing. I didn't think that we were going to be able to do that considering that it was two of them, but once we were able to break the poise for that first one, it seemed clear that maybe the idea was just to do as much damage as possible so that they would falter. And welcome, Kodama. Thank you so much for popping in. How are you doing today? Thank you so much for the GGs. And of course, let me simply say, everyone go out there and follow fellow Cutie Stream Team member Kodama RBM. I've seen playing Hollow Knight Silk Song. How are you enjoying that experience? I know that it is definitely the game du jour. People definitely enjoy it. Far more than Hollow Knight. I know it is a Metroidvania. Or at the very least, Hollow Knight was a Metroidvania, but the level of difficulty with that one seemed very demanding. So I decided not to play it, at least not yet. Gamer, thank you so much, Kitty. I appreciate it. I'm good. Happy Friday. It's probably my favorite game. Wow, nice. I'm assuming based on that review that it is probably your favorite game of the year thus far. But that is awesome. You know, I thought we were supposed to be getting a charm from this fight. Why didn't we? Summerstone minus. Maybe we need to go back somewhere? Do I dare go back to the room with the evil sorceress thing? Let me look this up. The actual goal behind coming into this cave was actually to find the talisman that would give us additional equip load. So I'm a little perplexed by the fact that the enemy boss didn't drop it. So let me give this a quick second here. So far, but Hades 2 comes out this month. That can change. And see, now you're talking my language. I loved Hades 1. I played it for on and off for like 3 years, and I am really looking forward to Hades 2. Do you have a favorite weapon, Kodama? Let's see. Somber Smithing Stone. Crystallian. Cracked Crystal. Smithing Stone. Perfumer's Grotto. From this area, you can take the largest log up to the higher wooden platform to loot Arsenal Charm 1. Okay. Shows the view of the Altus Tunnel wooden platforms where you are standing from the Perfumer's Grotto. I can't find this thing. Let me just Google it. Sorry, I know that this is not the most compelling of playthroughs, but I really don't want to leave this place without this charm. Second cavern, head through the tunnel in the south to find a wooden balcony overlooking a pit. Drop down on the left side to an overgrown root below. Okay, so there's got to be some balcony that we failed to drop through. Probably the bow with the aspect of Charon. That's a solid weapon. I can tell you that I really like the finesse of the bow, but for the life of me, it was probably the worst weapon in my hands. I knew that there was specific builds that you could exploit to do maximum damage. I beat the game with the bow exactly once, and then I never tried again. Chiron, yes. The one where your special homes in on the last person you hit. I think I don't remember what the aspect I used for it was. My weapon of choice was the Shield of Chaos aspect of Chaos. Because I guess I'm a chaotic individual. No, actually I like shields. I like shields and I like the idea of throwing a bunch of shields. That was my whole strategy behind that. I like shields. And I beat the game the most times with it. Yeah, so we're gonna go into that balcony. And before that creature wakes up, we're gonna try to see if there's a drop-down area. That's a good one. Yeah, I know that most people that use the shield will go for the aspect of Zeus, where it does like a spinning Beyblade. But I never put the points into it, so I never actually tried it. But yeah, I know that Hades 2 has a completely different set of weapons. And, oh, that thing. Oh, wait a second. So that doesn't seem to be connected to this place. Or actually, maybe right here. Oh, look over there. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's what we're looking for. Now the question is, do we actually want to do this with 40,000 runes in our hands? I'm going to say no. We're gonna step out. We're gonna level up. And then we're gonna come back in. Because I don't want to lose that many runes, folks. I'm sorry. I'm a cheesehead. I don't want to... I will take the least amount of risk when it comes to this game. The least. Return to entrance. Let's see. Hades was one of the first games I got all the achievements for on Steam. My hat's off to you. That's impressive. That game has a lot of achievements, but to get them all is impressive. Let's get the elevator, find that site of grace. I've been avoiding Hades 2 until the full release. I'm so excited. Actually, same here. I know that people have been playing the unreleased version or beta version. I don't know what they call it, but I have not touched it. Like, I've seen a couple of streams here and there, like not necessarily like paying too much attention to it. But people say that it's great already, so. Now that sounds like a Game of the Year contender. Okay. And you know what? We'll probably level up once we have enough runes. That's 5,000 more. And then we'll take a quick break. Actually, let's go ahead and take a break right now, simply because the ads are coming, folks. The ads are coming. Let's see, this was a really good year for gaming. Yeah, absolutely. You know, with games like Expedition 33, Bonanza was pretty good as well. What are people playing these days? Of course, Silk Song is very good. But yeah, let me go ahead and set my Be Right Back screen. I think it could be Expedition 33 or Hades 2. I gotta play both of them, Kodama. So yes, we will be back with more Elden Ring after this. welcome back to the Ales Dandy Please stream. I'm your host, Ales Dandy, also known as Ales, gentleman streamer, the excellence of an execution, alias Maximus. And welcome back to stream, folks. Let me catch up on chat here. Silksong is my favorite game of the year, but I don't think it'll win. It's just not as easy to pick up as Hollow Knight. So I'm assuming that, I think the general consensus is that Silksong is actually a little tougher than Hollow Knight. And there is something to be said about accessibility and approachability when it comes to games, so I see your point. But who knows, Team Cherry has already done some balanced things. Yeah, maybe. It is very early to tell. As they say in voting, it is too early to tell. But here's definitely thinking that it'll be a contender. I gotta play Hollow Knight at some point. Anyways, cheers to y'all. Thank you so much for being here. In case anybody is wondering, we are enjoying a delicious Delirium Red. And the goal here was to try and level up. We need about 5,500 runes, so let's go ahead and get them. People seem to be enjoying Borderlands 4 as well. I can't believe that one actually released. I felt like it was just maybe like a month ago that I heard that it was announced, but time flies. Here's wondering if they'll ever get back to the glory days of, I want to say maybe the Borderlands 2 was, I feel like when they were at their heyday. I actually attempted to play Borderlands 3 with my siblings because we finished 1 and 2 together. And I don't know, it just wasn't there for us. It just felt like a shadow of itself. Are you a Borderlands fanatic? I played a lot of 2. Yeah, exactly. 2 was definitely like the right spot. I don't know if I'll play 4, but it is certainly something to think about. Use selected number. Let's use a couple of them. I wish gaining experience was as easy as that. Yeah, I think in Borderlands 2 I used to play Zero because I liked the idea of being a sniper. I think it was Zero, the robot ninja. So we're at Vigor 30. I like even numbers, so let's go for Endurance because I think that also raises one of our defenses. Stamina, robustness, and heavy equipment. So let's do that. Let's add some more points to equipment. Nice. And now we can run in everywhere. We don't have to worry about potentially losing all of our runes. Let me actually check to see if I can equip anything heavier on me. Sort by damage negation. Ooh, nice. Godric, Soldier Greaves, Lindell Soil, Carrion. Ooh, so it seems like we can actually do all the way to Carrion. Very nice. What about Godric Gauntlets, Mausoleum Knight? That becomes heavy. Every time we go to the last armor set, it immediately becomes heavy. So it seems like at the very least we can equip Carrion Knight Greaves, which is nice. Should give us a good boost of defenses. I generally don't think too much about the stats other than like a general feeling of like, hey, is this going to be overall better than that? I'm kind of simple-minded that way. But let's go get that turtle talisman. That's what I'm saying. Of course, the problem is going to try to be able to like lure every single one of these creatures back out like we did last time. But we did it once. I'm sure we can do it again. There's supposed to be like a wandering magician. Rock that person. Let's go ahead and fling a bolt of lightning. Oh, there's the magician. So let's wait for the magician. Highly precision gaming over here, folks. I might actually just hit them with my pike.
It's time to do.
Thank you for that. It's time to duel. Come on. How did it get me? I was shielded up. What a jerk. Welcome in I go. Hope you're having a delightful Friday. Okay. So far so good. There is at the very least, I think, 2 more bird enemies. And by bird enemies, I mean those little ninjas. There, it's coming. I can't see them. Come on. Nice. Okay, got him. I think that's the last of the flighty enemies. Now we can just focus on the rest. And get rid of this chump. And this guy. Beautiful. What was over here? I forgot. No, wait, this is what we were looking at, right? Yes. Yes, it is. So the idea will be that we descend down. How do we even manage to... Okay, we'll try it out. Crazy. Come on. That was... Ah, oh, so lame. So lame. Well, no point in repeating that whole sequence. We're just gonna run in and try to actually get there. No finesse this time around. I am so happy that we decided to level up. Come on. Before going in there, because otherwise we would have lost that ability. Where's that door? Yeah, so let's just run in. What's the worst that can happen? Oh, come on. What was the point? Yeah, there's gotta be a slightly more systematic way of doing this. Maybe only half rush? Maybe only half rush in. The half rush in. Nice. Like I said, very few stakes here, considering that most of our Very low stakes here, considering that we don't have to worry too much about what do you even call it? Okay, where's the door? I can't see the blasted door. Okay. Ouch. Ah, getting back attacked here. Where's that chump? Gotta worry about these things first. Okay, got 2 of them. I'm gonna try and deflect. Fire away. Nice. And I didn't get the timing properly, but could have been worse. Okay. So now we can probably go into the tunnel without having to worry too much about everyone. There's my twigs. My twigs. Okay, we're gonna try and do this one more time. If only this ridiculous... Ooh, nice. Made it. Yowza. What is this? Oh! This blasted snail was here. I can't believe there was another... Maybe let's pretend to crouch. Okay, so the idea is that we're somehow supposed to go all the way up there, I think. Is there anything else here? Glintstone scrap. Oh my gosh, just move. Okay. So we go up that log and go all the way to the top. That is the plan. A man, a plan, Panama. And this is the time where I wish that I had equipped my Assassin's Approach spell, but I never carry it. I always assume, you know what? It's okay, we can just crouch. And that's not true. We cannot always just crouch. Let's go. Come on. No! How do I even... It's like the most slightest of poles. Am I missing something here? Okay. So I'll find a wooden balcony overlooking a pit. Drop down on the left side to an overgrown route below. Follow the route going upwards to reach an upper balcony where you can loot the talisman from a corpse. So I mean that's the strategy. It's just about being quick, I guess. Okay, try again. We're not leaving this tunnel without that talisman.
One more time.
One more time and one more time again. That's a frosty one. Okay. And the magician shows up. We can just deflect their attack. I like the fact that the deflect doesn't actually consume any magic, so I can basically just spam it. Yo, hey. That was easier. I can't see you. Oh, that's a lot easier than the heavy swing. And are those folks coming by or what? One more? Okay. Get rid of this chump. And we're going to go down the tree and up the tree. No idea where my ashes are. I don't think it really matters. You know, technically we could just go down here. Where is the other one? Okay. Oh, here's my ashes. Okay. So, once again, we're gonna try and not slip. Let me go ahead and turn on my light for additional visibility. I can't just walk randomly here. Wait, where is it? Arsenal charm +1. Nice, got it. Let's get out of here. Goodbye. Ooh, made it out. Nice. Let's get out of here. Mission accomplished. So, that was the Altus Tunnel. There's one other charm that talisman that I'm interested in, and that one is actually found in the old Altus Tunnel. So currently we're in the Altus Tunnel. We have to take it a step back. And that charm actually protects us from lightning damage. So that's what we're gonna do. Before that, of course, let's go ahead and take a water break here. Even though this is a drinks-friendly stream, we highly advocate the consumption of water. Water, the element which brings life. Not only does it help you regulate your metabolics, stay hydrated, but also stave off the deleterious effects of alcohol consumption. So please, drink up. Paid to you by the makers of water. Okay, so where was I? Old Altus Tunnel, where is that place? Old Altus Tunnel. Let me try and find the map. That one should be very close to the Windham Ruins. So let's head over there. All right, and I forgot. I need to equip my new shiny talisman. This is the Earthtree's Favor. The one that we just got is sorry, not this one. This is the Arsenal Charm, and then we have an Arsenal Charm +1. So as you can imagine, it gives us 2 points of equipment. 2 points. It was worth it. Trust me, it was good. I liked it.
Of course!
Of course. So yeah, much better than the previous one. Okay. So yeah, we're actually trying to find the upgraded version of the Bolt Drake Talisman. Should be the Bolt Drake plus Talisman plus 1. Actually, I might actually check to see if I can equip something. Ooh, I can actually equip the Lionel's helm. That's cool. But do I want to? Do I want to equip the Lionel's helm? How about this heavy thing? Lionel's armor, maybe? Ooh, Lionel's gauntlet. So the only one that we can actually equip feasibly is the helmet. So you know what? I like a big helmet. Let's do that. Look at that. I have a gigantic hat. I look like Kung Lao. I'm sure I won't regret this in any sort of way. So, old Altus Tunnel. There it is. I don't think we can go reach it from here, but I'll try. I will try. Maybe, baby. And we would be heading south, but of course it's blocked off by this scaly cliff. We don't like scaly cliffs. So this is not the way that we reached it last time. We actually went through the Windham ruins, if I recall correctly. Windham catacombs? Maybe? Let's try to teleport here. Sailor teleport. I think we did these last time actually. Yeah, so we need to go, I think, in this direction. Like they used to say back in the N64 days, change the system. I'm fairly certain I've visited these before, but just to double check, triple check. Go. Yeah, I think we actually have to go down this area. Hello and goodbye. Mushroom. Do love me a good mushroom. That is quite the height, but I think it's basically overlooking this area. We just have to actually make it down there. And now you see my dilemma. Is that a site of grace over there? I don't think I've seen this one before. Let's see. Oh yes, we have seen it before. Erdtree Gazing Hill. Okay. The castle on the hill. Okay, so we just go directly north and we should find it. But I think there's like giants or like trolls around here. So, gotta keep our wits about us. Yeah, that's what I was saying. There it is. Here you go. Will I make it before the troll crushes me? Let's go. Whew. Oh yeah, he's upset that he didn't get me. Well, sucks to be you. Explosive stone clump. Oh, don't use that. Come on. Very nice. And there's our site of grace for this location. Let's go ahead and get it. Let's go ahead and allocate flasks. Maybe we'll leave it at... No, actually, 9... Nah. Yeah, 9 and 4 is fine. In terms of equipment... HP, stamina, and equip load. Charge skills and spells. I think it's fine. I wonder if I am able to actually upgrade any of my weapons. Let me quickly travel to the round table hold and do that. Can I not teleport from here? Maybe let's step outside for a minute. I'm gonna say that as soon as we step out, we're gonna be greeted by that troll, so it might not necessarily be the easiest thing in the world. But at the very least, we've already got the site of grace, so it's okay. And actually, let me speak to the all-knowing just to see what he says about the talisman that we have. To your health.
Sir Gideon Offnir, the all-knowing.
You. What is it?
Are you not happy to see me? About the secret medallions.
Find the Albinoric woman. She hides in a cave to the west of the Laskia ruins, which jut from the mist-shrouded lake of Liurnia. She knows the location of the medallion's counterpart, I'm sure.
Yeah, I believe we found it. Okay. Okay, and like I said, really the goal here is to upgrade my weapons. Maybe my summons.
Well, where have you been hiding?
Over there.
I took you for dead. No matter, it's all the same. Lay out your arms, then.
Strengthen armament. Nice, so... Unfortunately, we can't really do anything until we have a somber ancient dragon smithing stone. I've never heard of any of those. How about this one? Smithing stone +5. It looks like we have a few of these, and it would certainly increase our incantation scaling. How about this one? Somber smithing stone 7. Can't do that. We can increase the power of our finger seal, I guess. So let's go for that. It's only 400 runes, anyways. And I don't know. What about our other main weapon, which we rarely use, which is our great sword? Halfen Steeple. Sword of Milos. Banished Knight's Greatsword +1. Which one does this take? Somber Smithing Stone +5. I should really take the time to upgrade one of these. Can I actually sort them through like attack power? But I can't actually filter them by whether or not I can equip them or by type of weapon. Unfortunately. I might have to look into this further at some point. Can I actually equip this already? No, I need a strength of 40. I've always wanted to equip a great sword. I mean a colossal sword. But I just don't have the strength. Okay, so it's a +16 right now. No skills really. Okay, it's as high as it goes. And let me see in terms of upgrading the ashes.
Are you here for spirit?
Mostly. Ooh, I can increase the power of Oleg. I have 1 Ghost Glove Wort. Angval as well. And then the Mimic Tier Ashes. I would like to get it at the very least 1 more if I have the chance. So maybe let's go ahead and do that. How about this one? Should we power up Oleg? I also wanted to see if I could start powering up Lieutenant. Because I think it would be cool to have like a turret summon. So I might give her some love as well. Okay, I think we're good for now. Let's go back to the old Altus Tunnel. Where is that thing? Oh, it's Churro Treat Toy Time. Thank you for that, kitty. Give me just a second here. Let me place myself where I need to be, and we will do just that. Now the real question is, we have 2 preloaded treat toys. You can either choose the Tetris one or the pizza one. Make your choice now, or I can choose for you. It's your call. Let's go to intermission for just a minute here. Intermission alternate. Okay, so ooh, I like pizza, so let's do that. You know what? Pizza is always a good time. I actually had a slice of leftover cheese pizza this morning, and I mean that by itself is good, but I also had leftover orange chicken as well, which was, you know, just delightful. Just all the leftovers. Just give me all the leftovers. But yeah, let's give Churro that treat. Thank you so much for the redeem. That's not what I want to put on. Now, let's put on the Churro cam. There he goes. Seems a bit confused. But yeah, basically every single one of those toppings, I think there's like what is it, peppers, mushrooms, pepperoni. Each one of them has a training treat inside, so he'll be working on those for a bit. And this is good because I needed to just feel like playing this game for any sort of period of time just kind of tenses me up like nothing, like crazy. Like I feel like I need a massage right after playing this game. Leftovers are the best. You know what? You're absolutely right. I love me some leftovers. Basically, what ends up happening. Let me just say this. I love my partner. She's a virtuous individual. You know, totally. What's it called? Ride and die, as they say. But she has this thing where after like 2, maybe 3 days of something being in the fridge, she just won't touch it. And so it is yours truly duty at the end of the week to just say, you know what, let me find times to eat these. And of course there's always some leftover pizza or leftover Chinese food or this or that. But I love it. It's kind of like my time to just like vibe and have some delicious leftovers for breakfast. It's a rough game, so I get that. Yeah. But yeah, thank you once again for the redeem kitty. Churro, of course, my partner in crime. Corgi of 7 years of age. Very long child. Loves treats all the time. He basically runs the show, and I always say that if it wasn't for him, I probably would lose, I want to say a good 3/4 of the viewership here. So we'll let Churro work on that, and let's get back into Elden Ring. Okay, so Old Altus Tunnel. Like I said, the only thing I know about this place is the fact that there's a medallion that I'm looking for. I have no idea who the boss is. I just hope that it's not too challenging one. Be wary of explosion. I hear that. Cracked crystal. Oh, and do these creatures explode maybe? They're like miners. Or is it a soldier? They have a pike, so... He's like, hey, I don't like your... Oh no. I don't think I can, What are you doing? What are you doing? I don't think I can deflect back. Ooh, dogs. Okay, not too bad. Whew, okay. Oh, right, these barrels explode. Everything that's labeled in red is probably a surefire way to put us at a game over state. Ooh. Love my smithing stones. Summoning pool is now functional. You know, I've never actually understood what the purpose of the summoning pools is, considering that I feel like technically speaking you could summon somebody at any point if they're in the area. Does it just make it easier? The multiplayer in this game is always just a bit of a mystery to me. Let's see. That's what the pool does. So maybe it's like it allows for you to actually summon a cooperator. I guess I never knew that there was like a prerequisite to it. I kind of just activated it. But that would make sense. Seems like we can go that direction as well, in addition to this direction. But which one is the path less traveled? I'm gonna say go over here first and see what's going on. It summons me into chat. Welcome, welcome, Spectrum. How are you doing? By the way, I thought that if it seems like I did not was not surprised by your entry, it's probably because your the color of your name was the exact same as Kodama, and so I was just like, oh, it's actually just Kodama. But anyways, how are you doing? I hope that you're enjoying your trip. Thank you so much for stopping by. Of course, Spectrum is a legendary community member, fellow streamer, likes to do a lot of first playthroughs. Last seen playing Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, of course, and also a musician of great renown, so please follow them. I'm good, resting before sleep. Yes, us greens. All of yous and your greens. I often like to wonder if people have a reason behind choosing the color of their chat name other than it was my favorite color. For me, of course, it is just that it is my favorite color. Pink. And get this guy. Boom. I guess the nice thing about going into the tunnels or the mine locations here in Elden Ring is that there's always a bunch of smithing stones. Whereas in like the crypt style locations, what you get are the gloveworts, the glowing gloveworts. I like green, and if I ever change, it'll throw the world into imbalance. You know, it might as well. There is probably great truth to that. People would be like, what? Blue Spectrum branch? That doesn't make any sense. How do we get back down there? I'm assuming we just go down this roof. Maybe. This looks like a false wall. I was about to say this looks like a falsetto wall. I hear somebody walking. Who is that? Oh, wait a second. I am not where I thought I was. No. This is a different location. Let's see. When I watch people playing Earthbound, I change my name to Blue during the Happy Happy Village part. Now that is some fourth wall breaking right there, Kodama. I like it. Since you dropped, I can say you just passed the ladder. Okay, so what if... I can't imagine that these folks have ranged attacks, so maybe I can just kite them from here. That's where we were up there. There was a cave. Okay. I think they saw me. They're like, hey, what are you doing there? Let's lightning bolt. They're keisters. Oh, why did I have to fall? What do you think you're doing? What the... Okay. Move, 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 move. I can't believe they're still fighting me. Oh my gosh, I can't move. Jump! Oh dear. I would have had an iota of a chance in that one if I was actually able to step out of location, but it almost seems like they hugged me against the wall, and that was it for me. No excuses, no excuses. Okay, well. Toasty. Oh goodness, the lightning bolt animation betrayed you. Yeah, and I know that every time you go into lightning bolt, you'll basically take a bit of a step forward. All that being said, though, it didn't seem like I was going to be able to kite them in that way because those particular knights are pretty strong against lightning. Okay, and there's a bunch of explosions here. So now I know whenever I use the summoning pool sign, it means that Spectrum will be on. You know what? Rather than go down in that direction, I think what we will do first is go into this mini tunnel first and see what the story is there. What the story is. I hope it's not an ambush, but I'm sure it will be. That's a knight, and then there's some miners. I think what throws me off, though, is the dogs. The dogs really throw me off. Maybe let's go in here to see if there's any dogs. Yes, there's dogs right there. Nice. Ooh, I got the talisman that I wanted. Oh crap. Where did he just explode or? Oh. I guess they did. Take that. Take that, you. What a jerk. Okay, get rid of these fellas. Some more materials. Some stenching boluses. Drop in a bolus in your favorite recipe, in your favorite spinach dip. Item head. Excuse me. I feel like a cough is incoming. Yeah, I believe that's what you call serendipity, Spectrum. Cheers to you, by the way. Okay. And so this might be... Can we actually get past these barrels without... Oh, okay. A smithing stone. Liar ahead. There is no liar ahead. There's only truth. Truth is beauty. So that is that. I should really find a bashing weapon that I can power up to deal with these situations, because basically I'm constantly just piking people, which is not really the most useful tool in every scenario. Well, I'm glad that I got that Bolt Drake talisman. That's basically why we came here, so... That being said, I should probably finish this dungeon. There's my ashes right there. And they saw me. I wonder if I can just maybe drop some fire. I don't know how to choose magic. Black flame. Let's do it from here. Oh, they didn't like that. Oh, they're using the stairs. Nice. At the very least, this will give us a chance to fight them 1v1. They're a-coming. What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, are you actually coming this time? No. Okay, well this is kind of a waste of time. Let's try the cone bolt. Or just a flame sling. Problem is that as soon as I go down there, I'm gonna be attacked by a bunch of pack animals. Now, is there a way that I can potentially lead them far, or maybe I can run in that direction? Or maybe what I can do is I can have them go up the ladder again, and then once they do, I go down. Thank you for the alert, Jaded Fox. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Okay, we're just going to go down. Ooh, okay. Oh, another one. Ooh, that dog definitely took a chunk of energy. Troll's hammer. Nice. Why is there a troll hammer here? The world. They never know. Nicely done. It was okay, Spectrum. That could have been done with a lot more finesse. But I appreciate it. But this is definitely not a place where we exercise too much finesse. Not really. Now, how do we get rid of 2 guards? I could just try and whack them as hard as possible. The soldier will probably fall down easily. But the guard... Okay, good. Alright. And now I can actually pick up my ashes. Look at that. 6,000. There's a person there. I assume that it's a miner. Sorry, boss. And you know what? Actually, this is a good time to take a quick BRB break. So we'll go ahead and do that. Stay tuned for some more Elden Ring in about 3 minutes or so. And welcome back to the Ales Dandy Please stream. I'm your host, Ales Dandy, also known as Ales, Gentleman Streamer, Beer Goggles 21, the excellence of in-execution, and we are playing Elden Ring today. We are in the old Altus Tunnel, and we're trying to basically find the way out, which I assume will probably take a boss to... I don't know that there's too many dungeons in this game where you can just find a way out and that's it. There's no bosses at the end. I feel like that's a prerequisite for these things. But it's good. It's okay. We'll forgive it this time. This time you are forgiven, Elden Ring. Here's hoping that everybody is looking forward to their weekend. And there doesn't seem to be anything of danger here. More somber smithing stones, of course, we love those. They allow us to power up our weapons. Okay, this is still the main room. I just kind of want to situate myself here. So I feel like we can go in 4 different directions here. There's this area. No, actually, this is not an area. So there seems to be like 2 main locations. The path behind the shack, Keel O'Neill, or this other path behind the ladder. Maybe let's go to the one behind the shack first. It seems a little... It might be a little less populated. Cracked crystal. I hope that we can use those for something nice later on. Dog ahead. Everybody watch out, dog. The bounty hunter. Fire ahead. Be wary of dog. Fire dog? Is it dogs that shoot fire? Okay, so there's a miner right over there. And I see the face of the dog right there. Look at that friendly dog over there that's just staring at me. So, we might be able to lure the dog first. Yeah, it's coming. Nice. Oh gosh, my headset just beeped, which means that it has low battery, but because I was in the middle of a fight, it freaked me out. Let me just connect it. I really need to replace this thing. It's so old at this point. If only I invested in technology. You know, well, everybody knows me as that legendary goggled streamer. I gotta tell you, it has its it definitely has its challenges. One of them is that they fog up constantly, but we've been able to find crafty ways to work through that. But then the other thing is that anything that's in this little field of vision is basically non-existent. So anything that's really close is relatively difficult to actually see. And I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna say, well, maybe just don't wear them. And then I say, well, heck no. We're not doing that. This is part of the Ales Dandy lore at this point. Alright, so that's that. There's only one path ahead, so we're gonna go ahead and take it. Take it, it's yours! Get those cracked crystals. and go in that direction. Watch out for ambush. There's always an ambush. Oh, boss door. So, yeah, let's get ready. Let's get ready to fire up our mimic friend. I think they generally serve us well. As soon as we fire up the mimic, of course, we have to make sure that we take another flask because it takes up all of our energy. So let's go in behind the foggy door. The foggy door. What's my white button? Oh, what are you doing? Stone digger troll. Move. Get him. Move. Oh my gosh, why do I have to go, go, go? Mimic got him. Beautiful. Have mimic, will travel. Nice. I can say that at the very least, if it had been a 1v1, which of course it was never going to be, but if it had been, there might have been like good ways to avoid getting hit. The problem with this particular fight, of course, is just the fact that you are in a very small arena and it's a very gigantic enemy. So it might have made things a bit more difficult that way. I think, at least. In just a second here, folks. A bit of the real life. Bum 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 bum. Okay, but that was a pretty solid victory right there, I think. Let's keep going. The question is, though, what talisman shall we look for next? I can't believe we actually pulled that one off. Hey, Slonko, welcome. How are you doing today? It's great to see you. Happy Friday, indeed. And of course, cheers to you. Now, anybody watching right now, I highly encourage, nay, demand, you give Slonko Bomb a follow, who's a streamer full of energy. I always love the much laughter that is found in Slonko streams. Likes to play a lot of rare games, a lot of platformers. I want to say mostly mostly retro focused, but correct me if I'm wrong. And of course, a fellow cutie stream team member. So please give them a follow. Last seen playing, you know what? It doesn't say what you were last playing, Slonko, but I'm sure that it was wonderful. Okay. So what to do next? We're still in the middle of a talisman hunt, but we might have enough talismans here already. Let me see. Talismans. What's a good one? Top 10 talismans. Ba ba ba. Is there something that might increase the power of our... what would you even call it? Marika's Stargazer Loom. We could get another Flame Drake talisman, I guess. Which talismans do we have in the fire range? Let me see. So obviously we have Peril Drake times 2. We don't have a Spell Drake times 2, so maybe let's look for that. Where is this thing located? But yeah, thank you so much for stopping by, Slonko. It's always great to see you. Boldrake. Okay, Spelldrake +1. That one is found in Celia, the town of sorcery. It's in a small room northwest section of town. Let's see. Where is Celia? And it looks like it is... Is it in Liurnia as well? Oh no, it's actually in Caelid. So let's head out to Caelid, I guess. Everybody's favorite place, Caelid, of course. Smoldering wall. Celia Understair. I don't know what an understair is, but you know what? We'll check it out. We will check it out. What is this place? And it seems like we can summon. Let's okay, so yes, we are in the town of sorcery here. Let's go check it out. And given that this is a town of sorcery, I'm gonna go ahead and equip my current Spelldrake talisman. How are you? Sorry if I missed your chat. I was getting some blood work. Slonko, are you calling from the nurse's office? Also, don't worry about it. Please do what you have to do. But yeah, thank you so much for popping in. All I suggested was the fact that you are an amazing fellow cutie stream team member, and that your streams are always full of fun and laughter. And that is actually not something that I would say of everybody. I feel like I come into your streams and it's just like a joie de vivre sort of thing. Just everybody's always having a good time, and you have a wonderful sense of humor. Alright, I'm pretty sure I saw a magician walking by. Where did they go? Oh, there they are. Sneak attack. Thank you, Els. That is very kind, friend. Oh yeah, you're most welcome. I only speak in truths. I speak in truths. So this place is lots of wizards. I wonder if I should summon my boys. My boys generally do pretty well in these locations, but I gotta tell you, I am mostly here for that talisman. Ouch. What are you even doing? What are you doing? Poison grease. And yes, fellow cutie. United by the principle of being a cutie. But yeah, I gave you a shouty and it didn't actually tell me what you played last, so it would be wonderful if to know what you've been playing recently. I wonder where that talisman is. Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting talismans. Ooh, wait. I hate it whenever I'm facing off an enemy and they're basically not moving because they're waiting for me to counteract, and then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna hit first. They immediately attack first. It's goofy that way. You truly are becoming the Elden Ring. You know what? Your mileage may vary when it comes to that statement. And of course, must also say, hello, Rua. I hope that you're having a wonderful Friday and that the day is treating you with kindness. Everyone watching right now, kindly give Rua Shua a follow. Fellow Fruity team member, of course. Also a Cutie team member, so double team right there. Like that Jean-Claude Van Damme movie, double team, except this time is about streaming and Jean-Claude is not involved. But always a grand time. Last seen playing Hollow Knight Silk Song, which is, of course, all the rage these days. I hope that you are enjoying that game. Everybody seems to be having a great time with it. Oh my gosh, another one. I am very disoriented here. What is this thing? Double team, indeed. You're most welcome. Are you enjoying this? It is my favorite Souls-like. Yeah, so Elden Ring actually is my only ever Souls-like. I've never played any other one before. I am enjoying it in the sense that whenever I manage to eke out a victory, I am filled with joy, but 99% of the time I am very much super tense and stressed out. I don't know why I play it. It's probably bad for my health, but here we are. But yeah, we're I want to say we're a good of the way in. We have defeated 4 shard bearers, the last being Morgoth, but that was a while ago. Where are you? Oh my gosh. Oh no. Oh, nice. We actually deflected back the beams to the other enemy. Oh, come on. Where are they? I can't see them. Ah. Okay, you know what? I think I am summoning the boys. Get him. That's what happens when you mess with the ale pack. Speaking of, I'm gonna dabble in Hollow Knight soon, ales. Wow, okay. Well, that sounds amazing, Slonko. So, I actually, I've never played Hollow Knight, but I own it. And it is a Metroidvania, technically, so I am sure that I would have a good time. The only thing that has stopped me from actually playing it is that I know that lots of folks say that it is actually relatively difficult. And as you know, I'm a bit of a baby when it comes to games, so I don't know if I would get far with it, but I'm sure you will. It's so good. Okay, where did my boys go? Oh, here they are. Let's get that person. Sorry, and I'm trying to make sure that I don't delay too much here. It's getting close to my Cinderella time, so unfortunately, I don't know how far I'll get here. Hi, I'm here now. Jaded Fox, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope the day has been treating you kindly. And of course, need I remind everyone watching right now, past, present, and future, if you find this VOD in a time capsule, do yourself a favor and follow fellow Cutie member Jaded Fox, of course. Last seen playing Deltarune, which is a game that I have yet to play. I played, of course, Undertale, and I loved it. I've been waiting for Deltarune to actually have all the chapters out so that I play it. And I know that I'm doing a disservice of myself. I know that I'm a fool. Right now you're saying, Ales, how dare you? But that is how I operate. Thank you so much for being here, of course. Thank you so much for the shouties. You're absolutely welcome. Love Deltarune so much, I cannot wait. And there's a statue of Marika. Marika. Get those mats. I am too impatient, and that's totally fine. Actually, I was just speaking with another cutie member, Kodama, and we were talking about Hades 2, and how even though it's not, neither of us have played it because it hasn't fully released yet, but we both love Hades 1. To each their own, you know? To each their own. Oh no, my boys are disappearing. Gotta go back in. Go back in. Go back in. My question is, what ale are you enjoying today? Oh, thank you for asking. I love it when people ask me. You know, I generally don't assume that people are very interested in these things. I basically just, anyways, I am enjoying a Delirium Red, which is this Belgian ale with cherry and elderberries. It is done in the traditional Belgian style, which means that it has a lot of fruit flavors, but at the same time it's got spices like peppercorn and cardamom and citrus fruit peel. It's quite nice. It's totally red. It's red like the Taylor Swift song, of course. Let's see. I bought it in early access. I feel like I could have waited. I'm sure you're fine. And it's. Did you just redeem a dehydrate? Thank you so much for that, Slonko. I was just about to show it off. It is red like the color, one of the favorite colors in Elden Ring, of course. To your health. Okay. Let's see. Doing fine. Just leaving. Just want to get home and relax. How are you doing today? I hope you. I hope there's not too much more of the workday ahead for you, Slonko. You deserve a good break. I was thinking about why dehydrate, and now I get it. Yeah, you know what? I was trying to be clever. Everybody that streams has a hydrate button, and I do as well. But I was just like, you know what? Everybody knows that alcohol dehydrates you. I was trying to be a funny boy. I never ask. I don't know anything about alcohol. I don't even know what an ale is. Oh, you're fine. You're totally fine. And I will say to all of my non-drinking friends out there, you're doing yourself a great favor. As much as I enjoy alcoholic beverages like beer, it is not good for you. Not good for you. But every one of us picks their own vice, you know? I hope you get home soon. Absolutely. Deserve a good rest. Finally decompressing. Let us all decompress together. I love asking people about their passions. Yeah, it is definitely something that calls to me. It's funny because I wasn't really into beers up until I met my significant other. And it's not like she was like this super major beer drinker or anything like that, but she introduced me to wheat beers, which are a little frothier, definitely less bitter, and have a little more body. So, you know, stuff like Blue Moon and things like that. And I was like, oh, actually, this is not bad. And that's kind of how I started. It's nice. It's a good time. Everyone out there, please drink responsibly. Nothing is more exciting for me than hearing about someone talking about something they enjoy like that. We do enjoy passion. I might not 100% agree with most people's hobbies, interests, or likes. But if you wax poetic about it, you definitely have my attention and admiration. Ooh, golden seed maybe? Maybe. Maybe baby. Sorry, I'm just trying to see that there's no like. Yes, yes, yes. And we got it. And we got it. You know what? This might be a good spot to actually wrap things up. What's my time? Yeah, I think it's about time we wrap things up. So that is what we're gonna do. Good set of accomplishments today. Let's go to intermission. I'm like that with coffee. You know what? My my brother-in-law is really big into coffee. Every time we sit down and chat, he like has these exotic boxes of like foreign coffees, and he swears by them. Very low caffeine, like they taste like berries. They're wonderful, and I'm over here in my corner just drinking instant coffee from the coffee machine. But I love that you love that. Let's see. I have to actually avoid alcohol because I have the liver disease people get when they drink too much without drinking. I'm so sorry to hear that, Rua. I'm glad that you're taking good care of yourself, though. Very important. Okay, but yeah, that is it for today, everyone. That was Elden Ring. Yeah, I generally stream this on Fridays. I will most likely stream this next Friday again. We might actually be able to go forward with Castle Soul. So imagine that. We'll actually go do the thing that we intended to do by seeking out all of these talismans. Now, if you like this kind of nonsense, and I don't know why you would, there's so many other things that you could be doing. You could be painting a fence, baking a cake, calling your parents, sending out a package. But despite those disclaimers, if you like this kind of nonsense, I stream on generally Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Though I'm thinking not doing Wednesdays anymore, at least Thursdays and Fridays. Thursdays we're playing Banjo-Tooie. Fridays we're playing Elden Ring. And at some point I gotta get back to Mega Man X. So here's hoping that happens soon. If you're interested in my specific schedule, here's my socials. Nice to see you. Thanks for streaming. Of course, Rua. Thank you so much for popping in. Pleasure to catch you live, Ales. It's always wonderful when you hear Jaded Fox. Verva, of course, thank you so much for popping by as well. Hope you have a good weekend. Very much likewise. I definitely look forward to just relaxing. Baking my parents, calling my cake, a bunch of other stuff. All of the above, please. Now, let's go ahead and actually find somebody to raid. Let's see if actually, let me see if there's any other Cuties stream teams. Cuties stream team members live. I can never find the link to that. Cuties stream team. Cutie Chronicles. I wish that I had this linked. Let me actually just head to my Twitch. We've got. Oh, actually, you know what? Nuggy is on. She happens to be playing Final Fantasy IX, and we do love Final Fantasy IX around here. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and raid Sailor Nuggy, who is an amazing streamer, esteemed friend. Haven't popped in a while, so this will be nice. So yeah, we do enjoy the Final Fantasy IXs. Let's go ahead and get that raid started. We've got a raid message for viewers over there, and a raid message for followers. Feel free to copy one of those. And if I could just, where's my mouse? Please, here it is. I need to copy one of those myself. Okay, but once again, thank you so much everyone for being here. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and as I like to say, stay thirsty, Alpac. The sun will rise tomorrow. See you again.